The Chinese government has signaled it's happy to see Joe Biden in the White House instead of Donald Trump. But does it see Biden as a pushover because of his administration's many business ties to China? And could that somehow lead to a military miscalculation? Some experts believe these are dangerous times, with the Chinese government probing to see if Joe Biden will stand up to it.
This is, I think, a far more dangerous time than it was under Trump.
China expert Gordon Chang.
I think they really were afraid of Trump. They were apprehensive because they couldn't predict him. I think that because Trump was unpredictable, that the risk of war was abnormally low. And apparently they don't think very much of Biden. They think that they can push him around.
The Biden administration's ties to China are many. Secretary of State Tony Blinken, Director of National Intelligence Avril Haines, and White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki all worked for a consulting firm called WestExec, which helped businesses and universities get established in China and which on its webpage uses images that suggest access to the White House. Ben Weingarten is with the Claremont Institute.
The myriad cabinet members and other senior administration officials who are going to be responsible for implementing the president's agenda and crafting it with respect to communist China, who all have dealings at most 2 degrees separated from Chinese Communist Party linked entities and individuals. So the whole administration writ large at the top levels has questions to answer with respect to financial and business dealings with respect to the Chinese Communist Party.
Those dealings are forcing Biden's Asia czar, Kurt Campbell, to agree to recuse himself from conflicts of interest. Hunter Biden made millions from China deals while Dad was vice president in the Obama administration. And there's also Hunter Biden's laptop, with apparent references to Joe Biden as the big guy that showed up repeatedly in leaked business emails. It's led some to ask whether the Chinese government could use what it knows about Hunter's activities in China to push for concessions from the White House.
The conflict of interest appearance alone presents myriad ethics and corruption issues for Joe Biden. And just the fact that it's known that he has those dealings alone is potential leverage against Joe Biden.
While Joe Biden has not yet reversed Donald Trump's Chinese tariffs or travel restrictions, he's already made excuses for China's campaign of genocide against the Muslim Uyghur people. Meanwhile, China has become more aggressive since the Biden inauguration. Incursions into Taiwan's airspace have increased. Chinese aircraft conducted a simulated attack on the USS Theodore Roosevelt carrier group while it was sailing in the South China Sea. And China's foreign minister has publicly warned the Biden White House not to meddle in China's affairs. Dale Hurd, CBN News.
Well, I think the Lord indicated that some time ago that we were going to be tested. I thought it was Trump was going to be tested, but it's going to be China. It's going to be Russia. It's going to be North Korea. It's going to be the Turks. They'll all be testing us, every single one of them. And I think Iran particularly might try some kind of an assassination. That's what it looked like was going to happen. Now we've got the Biden administration, and how can he stand up against these pressures? The answer is he can't. And if he's so compromised in relation to the Chinese, and if his son is getting so much money from their dealings over there, and he's got people in his administration, even including his press secretary, who have dealings in China, it is shocking. This is the greatest nation on earth, and we are in grave peril in relation to leadership, in relation to the enemies we have around the world. But if this was a time for prayer, if my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, we've got to make a turning. And then God said, I'll hear their prayer and I'll heal their land. But right now, we are in serious trouble.